Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Dr. KEMI OLUNLOYO. It's 4 o'clock Nigerian time. Based on your time over there, I want to talk about PAULO on this video. IYABO just lover PAULO. I met PAULO in the DM of Instagram when I had my page that had 700,000 followers. A lot of people know that that page was gone in 2021. People flag that page because of the Armani case. Flagging my work means you don't like the truth, you don't like my work, but to mess up my work really hurts because I have really never messed up anybody's work in Nigeria. If I decide I want to do it, it would not look good. Anyway, I had 30 days to get my page back. I didn't see the notification. The 30 days went up. I was emailing a bot and I lost my page. If you remember that page, well, we did a lot on that page. We had fun. We did live videos. We had a lot of programs during the pandemic. And it was during that time my popularity soared a lot on Instagram. I left Facebook at 350,000. I didn't post there. But anything I posted on Instagram that went viral, people joined me on Facebook to see if I'm there. But I wasn't there at 350,000. When I finally got back to Facebook, it was like 5-something thousand. So I decided, let me stop posting here. At the end of the day, that's my office now. KEMI Talks has been rebranded from a journalism platform to a digital conversation platform. All we do on KEMI Talks is discuss what's going on anywhere in the world. So it's not journalism. It borders around journalism if we have news stories. However, going to the point, what I want to say about PAULO is when I was popular on Instagram, I DM'd PAULO once or twice. We had conversations in the DM. There were some people I've never met, but I will have conversations with them in the DM. And my conversations with PAULO at that time was I want to talk to him about my son. My son was an Afrobeat artist. Rich KH was a hip-hop artist, and I wanted him to open some of the concerts PAULO was doing. Maybe, you want to do a big show in Dubai or New York or London or anywhere, and you can have a, upcoming hip-hop artist open. Because I know that's done all the time anyway. So I used to talk to PAULO in the manner of a music journalist / mother of an artist / promoter. Okay, so I had those great conversations with him, and he would say, oh, he's in Dubai when I get back. That was all I had to do with PAULO. And he was very responsible and respectable in that DM. He gave me my respect until IYABO just started dating PAULO. When they started dating, I could no longer talk to PAULO. Remember a video I did about don't make friends with people who will convert your friends to your enemies. It's very easy to convert friends to enemies, and it's not your own fault. Because of IYABO, many people don't talk to PAULO anymore, even deal with him. Artists that want to do stuff with PAULO, because IYABO is there, they don't want to do any business with PAULO. I had one artist tell me that they're using Kingsmade for all their work in London, and they're not using PAULO because of IYABO. Everybody has those kind of friends. IYABO converted PAULO, into my enemy, from friends to enemy, even though PAULO is technically not my enemy. If he says hi to me today, I'll say hi back, we'll talk. But because IYABO is the lover, I would have limits on what we can talk about. So you understand all that ranting I just did? Let's go to the point now. When Mohbad went to London, he had a concert, I believe it was Manchester. He went to the UK, and PAULO was the promoter that promoted that concert and took him. During the time the concert was going on and after it was about to end, PAULO noticed something about Mohbad. Don't ask me where I got this from. I'm an investigative journalist apart from every other thing. He noticed some kind of distraught Mohbad. Mohbad told PAULO, because I'm surprised he didn't say all this on Daddy Freeze. Okay, PAULO, you need to talk to, anyone you're interviewing about this part. It just brings out the credibility in what you said on Freeze. Yes, Naira Marley was not in the country. It's an alibi. Yes, Prime Boy didn't follow them home. Alibi. But you need to talk about all the events leading to this. Did IYABO not do a skit or some kind of little short movie that Mohbad was in there? Mohbad has featured in one of IYABO's productions before. What did Mohbad tell you in London? Mohbad told you, or Oga PAULO as they call you, PAULO, Mohbad told you he did not want to go back to Nigeria. He came to London for the first time. He loved it. Everybody loves London or America for the first time. They want to stay permanently or even stay a little longer. When he told you he was distraught, he was scared of something. He didn't want to go back to Nigeria, and he shared that information with you. Paulo, as a journalist, I can't reveal the source, but the person that told me is close to you, and they were there. Mohbad never wanted to come back to Nigeria. And Paulo, you reportedly told him that, oh no, Mohbad, you have to leave. You can't stay here. Oh, you can't stay here illegally, because they won't give me visa for another artist that I want to bring to London. Oh, so you have to go home. Oh. But let's go back. What was Mohbad scared of? What was he afraid of? Was it the Naira Marley Sam Larry team of people bullying him and planning to allegedly kill him? Or could it be his own wife, Wumi? But whatever it is, the boy was scared. And you knew it, Paulo. But you didn't speak out. I'm not saying you should speak out. There's a privacy thing with your artists, a privacy agreement, a privacy clause. It was a sensitive subject. But when Mohbad was killed, you kept quiet, Paulo. You did not speak up on his fear in London, in Manchester, to come back to Nigeria. Now, being that you and IYABO sleep on the same bed, I would expect that you discussed it with IYABO. And if you discussed it with IYABO should have brought that up at the time she was sitting there screaming that Naira Marley wants to kill Mohbad. The Yoruba video. That video. Because they knew Mohbad was suffering under somebody and he didn't want to leave. And he couldn't file asylum. What would make a man who has no children want to stay in the UK? Somebody must have threatened his life. And I repeat, who has no children? Mohbad has no children. Liam is not Mohbad's child. Mohbad has no children. Everybody look in my eyes. For him to want to stay there, he's not even thinking about his wife and child, Abi, because he didn't have a child. And he had a horrible wife. There was an orchestrated plan to harm Mohbad. So, Paulo, I respect you. You do your work well. There's not a problem. But you're dating somebody I dislike a lot. IYABO has sent many people to prison. IYABO was involved in the BOME case with me. However, BOME sent me to prison. IYABO was another plaintiff in the case. But when BOME's, spiritual son, Kennedy Okoko, a 46-year-old billionaire, started paying IYABO not to come to court, keeping me longer in prison, then I had a real problem with her. And that's when I started calling her a snake. Who else calls her a snake? Lizzie Anjorin. Think about it, guys. You have to look at yourself first. When I had fights in my house with my siblings, my mom, my dad, and everything, I looked at myself first, and I saw what it is that they didn't like. Some people are unique. They're the star of the family. They're the breadwinners. They're the one that pays all the school fees. They're the ones that do this and do that. But once you stop doing that, you become the black sheep of the family. So IYABO needs to look at herself, Paulo. You dating IYABO, we have no control over it. But you're dating a handful. Somebody who is enemies with almost everybody known to man. The goal here is to get justice for Mohbad. It's not looking that way. IYABO was in the group chat. The group chat that was created to make Naira Marley lose his livelihood, kill his career. They were successful. They got all his music banned. The goal was not autopsy. You heard it. You read it on Tonto's chat. Our goal is not autopsy. IYABO, your lover, was in that group. Their goal was donations for Wumi, and which they get their cut, and taking Naira Marley down. They even went to the magistrate that they knew to set a very high bail. These guys didn't deserve that. So when Sam Larry and Naira Marley sued the government for 40 million or something for their continued detention, they should win that and collect that money. My advice to you, Paulo, is to just stay out of this whole thing. Don't say a word. But you should have been truthful about Mohbad's conversation with you. Thanks for watching.